start today. Today we start with the third very important one, which is known as dividend decision. Dividend decision. Dividend decision is related to disposal of profits. Disposal of profits. Do you understand disposal of profits? If a business firm earns profit, then that profit surplus is distributed amongst the shareholders, in the form of dividends, in the form of dividend. Now whether that dividend is to be given to the shareholders or not, whether the dividend to the shareholders be given regularly or not every year, whether or how much dividend should be given to the shareholders, the amount, decision regarding this is taken in dividend decision. Decision regarding giving the dividend is taken in this particular decision, dividend decision. How much should be distributed to the shareholders? In some years, it may also be decided not to give the dividend to the shareholders. Instead, utilize that money in the expansion, growth, or in other necessary things for the company. But the decision is very, very important because it affects the shareholders. It affects the shareholders directly. Sometimes they may not like that their dividend is not given at regular interval. So this decision is very, very important. How much percentage of dividend, how much percentage of total profit is to be given to shareholders, that is very important. That is to be decided, and whether it is to be given regularly every year or not, this decision is to be taken in this particular time. So what are the factors affecting the decision? Number one, earnings. If the company's earnings are high, it would give more dividend. If the company's earnings are not high, if the company is not earning, the returns are not high, then company may not be able to give high returns, high dividend. Company will declare high dividend when the earnings are high. Company will declare low dividends when the earnings are low. They are directly proportional to each other. Anybody, any doubt? It is very simple. If you have more profit, then you will give more to your shareholders. If the company is not earning profit, high profit, how can it declare high dividend for its shareholders? Number two, stability of earning is also very important. Stability of earning. Some of the students' cameras are not on. Turn them on. Stability of earning means whether the business firm is earning regularly or not. रेगुलरली का मतलब है प्रॉफिट्स लगातार हो रहे हैं कि नहीं हो रहे. If the earnings are regular, if the earnings are regular, dividends are also given regularly and high dividends are given. If the earnings are not regular, मतलब हर साल रेगुलर अर्निंग हो रही है अगर, तो इसका मतलब कंपनी अच्छा कर रही है. And if the earnings are high, then company can declare dividends every year. Every year the dividend can be given to the shareholders. Mansa, are you getting? Not getting. If the stability of dividend, if we talk of stability of dividend, it means a regular or fixed rate of dividend. Company does not changes its rate of dividend regularly if the earnings are high, if the earnings are regular, and if the company is enjoying good reputation. And if it wants to build on its reputation, then company needs to give, maximize shareholders fund, shareholders worth. Then only more and more investors would be interested in our business. So to encourage them, to motivate them, to influence their decision to invest in our business, company need to give regular dividends. The dividends must be stable. It should not be fluctuating. It should not be fluctuating. Fluctuating in the sense कि कभी आप बहुत ज्यादा दे रहे हैं, कभी कम दे रहे हैं, कभी नहीं दे रहे हैं. It should be of regular nature. Number 4 is growth opportunities. How much growth opportunities are there in the business? If the business is thinking of growth and expansion, Gurpreet, if the business is thinking of growth and expansion, it would require more funds. It would require more funds. And if the business would require more funds, then it would incline towards retained earning. Business would do retained earning. It would retain the profit. It would retain some portion of the profit for the business. Therefore, less money will be available for dividend. Shareholders को देने के लिए less money बचेगा. इसका मतलब हुआ, if there are growth opportunities, if the business is thinking of expansion and growth, then it would declare low dividend. Note कीजिए, higher growth opportunities means low dividend, low rate of dividend. अगर बिजनेस जो है ग्रोथ अपॉर्चुनिटीज उसको कम दिखाई दे रही है, दे डू नॉट वांट टू एक्सपेंड द बिजनेस इन अ पर्टिकुलर ईयर, दे डू नॉट वांट मोर मनी टू बी इन्वेस्टेड हियर एंड देयर, इन्वेस्टिंग डिसीजंस में भी अगर उन्होंने कम पैसे यूज किए हैं, देन कंपनी विल हैव मोर सरप्लस. व्हेन कंपनी विल हैव मोर सरप्लस, then it would give more dividend. The rate of dividend will be high, it would be regular, it would be stable. But if the money is utilized for some other purposes, then the rate of dividend declared will be low. Next, cash flow position. Cash flow position अगर strong है आपकी फर्म की, then कंपनी विल डिक्लेयर हाई डिविडेंड. हर फैक्टर के साथ आपको ये लिखना पड़ेगा कि कंपनी ज्यादा डिविडेंड देगी या कम डिविडेंड देगी बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फैक्टर. राइटिंग ओनली द फैक्टर विल नॉट गिव यू मार्क्स. यू हैव टू ऑल्सो राइट वेदर हाई डिविडेंड विल बी गिवन और लो डिविडेंड विल बी गिवन. क्या शेयर होल्डर्स को डिविडेंड ज्यादा दिया जाएगा या कम दिया जाएगा, एवरी फैक्टर के साथ आपको ये बताना है. सो नोट कीजिए, if cash flow position is strong, if you have sufficient cash, then definitely you will provide dividend regularly. हर एक के साथ इसको नोट करते जाइए। देन है टैक्स, टैक्सेशन पॉलिसी। अगर कंपनी को ज्यादा टैक्स पे करना पड़ रहा है, इट वुड गिव लो डिविडेंड, it would give low dividend if the tax paid any in a particular year is higher. So अगर टैक्सेशन पॉलिसी गवर्नमेंट की ऐसी है कि यू हैव टू पे हायर टैक्स, देन द डिविडेंड declared and paid in that particular year will be less, low. Please note down. एक्सेस टू कैपिटल मार्केट, कैपिटल मार्केट में आपकी कंपनी की क्या एक्सेस है। अगर आपकी कंपनी बहुत बड़ी है, इफ द कंपनी साइज इज बिग एंड योर्स इज अ वेरी रेप्यूटेड कंपनी, देन यू हैव इजी एक्सेस टू कैपिटल मार्केट। कैपिटल मार्केट से आपको आसानी से फाइनेंस अवेलेबल हो जाएगा, कैपिटल मार्केट में आप आसानी से एंट्री ले सकते हैं। देयरफॉर यू कैन डिक्लेयर हाई डिविडेंड if the size of the company is huge, yours is a very reputed and a company working for last 3, 4, 5 years, then you have an easy access in the capital market. Funds can be raised very easily and you can trade there. Therefore you can declare high dividends, you can declare high dividends. Then legal constraints is also very important. Legal constraints, if there are many legal constraints, legal constraint means legal foundations, different rules and regulations, if they are very much, then company will declare low dividend because it has to then attend to those, comply with those rules and regulations, taxation policies. So it has to, it declares low dividend at that time. One is shareholders preference. Shareholders की क्या मर्जी है? Sometimes shareholders want the dividend. They all unanimously decide that this year we need dividend because they are the shareholders, they have their say, they are the owners of the company. Company has to give weightage to their opinion also, company has to listen to them. So if shareholders preference is, if shareholders want dividend, then company has to declare dividend, company has to declare डिविडेंड. सो आपने देखा होगा इन दिस होल डिसीजन आपको हर फैक्टर के साथ ये बताना है वेदर डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर्ड विल बी हाई और डिक्लेयर्ड डिविडेंड विल बी लो, वेदर इट विल बी रेगुलर और नॉट, वेदर इट विल बी पेड टू द शेयर होल्डर्स और नॉट. सो ऑल द फैक्टर्स में आपको फाइनली ये डिसाइड करना है कि हमें डिविडेंड ज्यादा देना है, कम देना है, रेगुलर देना है, नहीं देना है. Is it clear to everyone? The three important decisions are over. Out of these three decisions, I told you 210%, one will be asked in the exam. Minimum 4 marks, maximum 6 marks. मतलब 5 और 6 मार्क्स तक, 4 to 6 मार्क्स में ये क्वेश्चन एक इसी टॉपिक में से आपसे पूछा जाएगा. The next topic is financial planning. Financial planning, financial management हमने पढ़ लिया. In that we read about 3 decisions. Now the next topic is financial planning. And financial planning, my dear students, is a part of financial management. Financial planning is a part of financial management. In financial planning, we in financial planning, we estimate the requirement of funds. We estimate the requirement of funds and also specify the sources of funds. That is known as financial planning. That how much fund is required for a particular activity or a particular venture, and what would be the sources of that fund. When we decide this, it means we are deciding about financial planning. There are difference between financial planning and financial management. Number one, financial management is concerned with procurement of funds and the uses of finance, financial management. Whereas financial planning means estimating the fund requirement, how much is required. When we estimate it, then the procurement of fund is done in financial management. There is difference. Financial management includes financial planning. Financial management is a wider concept. Financial planning is narrow. It is included in financial management. Scope of financial management is wider, and scope of financial planning is narrow. The main objective, note कर लीजिए, main objective of financial management, the main objective of financial management is to maximize shareholders fund. The main objective of financial management is, Jasmine, write down. The main objective of financial management is to maximize shareholders worth. Ria, keep writing. Maximize shareholders worth. कैसे? By maximizing the market price of shares. शेयर होल्डर्स वर्थ कैसे बढ़ती है? जब शेयर प्राइस इंक्रीज होता है, मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ शेयर इंक्रीजेस, तो जो फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट है, इट्स मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव और फोकस इज ऑन increasing the market price of share and giving regular dividend to the shareholders. फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग का मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव लिखिए. द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग is to ensure availability of funds. It is to ensure availability of funds. फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग का मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है that funds should be made available whenever and whatever amount is required. Also, it should see that management does not raise fund unnecessarily. Unnecessarily funds raise नहीं करने. Otherwise, the funds remain idle, ideally idle. They are not used properly, which is not a good sign. तो फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग के अगर कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव आपसे कभी पूछे जाएंगे, यू विल राइट दीज टू ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. कौन कौन से, रमनप्रीत? नंबर 1,
to ensure availability of funds whenever these are required, and to see the firm does not raise funds unnecessarily.
Very good. These are the two important objectives, the main objectives of financial planning. Number 1, to ensure the availability of funds whenever required. and whatever amount is required. Number one. Number two, to ensure that the firm does not raise funds unnecessarily. फर्म को जितने भी फंड्स की जरूरत है वो रेज करने का काम, वो एस्टिमेट करने का काम ये करेंगे फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग में. बट इट इज ऑल्सो सीन दैट द फंड्स आर नॉट रेज्ड अननेसेसरली. मीन्स ऑप्टिमम यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ द funds should be there. Funds should be used optimally and unnecessary funds should not be raised. Unnecessary funds should also not be raised. What is the importance of financial planning? Objective के बाद importance. In financial planning, the first and the foremost importance is smooth running of an enterprise. If the financial planning is proper, then it would ensure availability of funds, and proper availability of funds will lead to smooth running of the business, because funds की कहीं भी कोई कमी नहीं होगी, चाहे वो वर्किंग कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट की बात हो, फिक्स्ड कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट की बात हो, और किसी भी चीज के लिए the required funds will be made available because the financial planning is done properly. Also, number two, the importance is it helps to prepare breakup plans, backup plans. अगर आपका कोई प्लान ए प्लान बी है, प्लान ए फेल होने पे प्लान बी के लिए भी आपके पास अवेलेबल फंड्स होने चाहिए. तो जितने भी फंड्स की जरूरत होगी, इट फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग विल हेल्प अस. नंबर थर्ड, it also helps in anticipating about future requirements, because planning is futuristic. Planning is futuristic. Therefore, whatever we decide, we plan in this financial planning, it is also related to future. So future में क्या requirements हमारी हो सकती हैं? What should be the size? What should be the actual fund requirement can also be anticipated if the proper financial planning is done. That is why it is very important. Number four, it also facilitates coordination among the various departments, also among various enterprises, also various departments like sales department, marketing department, finance department. It helps them to coordinate well, because everybody needs the help and cooperation of one another. Number next is it increases the efficiency of the organization. It increases the efficiency of the organization. It increases the efficiency means that because the availability of fund is regular and whatever is required is always available at right time in right quantity, the efficiency of the business increases. Efficiency of the enterprise goes higher and higher. Efficiency, you already know. Kassis, what is meant by efficiency? Efficiency and being efficient and being effective are two different things. Efficiency means
Sir, may I?
Completing the task with the given cost.
good. Kassis, your voice did not come. और कौन बोल रहे थे? हाँ, जैस्मिन ने बता दिया, सही है. Anybody else? ध्रुव सिंगल, प्रिया, अरसलान.
Sir, completing the work with the given period of time, and sir, completing the work with the given period of time and with the maximum utilization of resources.
Yeah, and minimum wastage. Very important.
Yes, sir.
Wastage should be minimum. Minimum input, maximum output is the sign of efficiency. Minimum input, maximum output with minimum wastage. Of course, it should be within the time. It should be within the time. Very good. Arslan also, Jasmine also, Kasis also answered something. It also provides, financial planning also provides a link between investment and financing decision. अगर कोई फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजन लेना है, कहीं पर पैसे इन्वेस्ट करने हैं असेट्स वगैरह में, तो उसके लिए फाइनेंस की जरूरत पड़ेगी. सो फाइनेंसिंग डिसीजन इज आल्सो डिपेंडेंट ऑन फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग. इफ द फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग इज प्रॉपर, accurate, timely, then availability of funds will be there. Cash flow position of the firm will be very sound, and it would be able to make decisions on the larger interest of the business. Then next is, it also facilitates easy performance as evaluation standards are set. Evaluation standards हमें पहले से सब पता होता है इसमें. And what are our requirements, what is the availability of fund, how to make proper use of it, and also see that no funds are raised unnecessarily. ये जो सेकंड वाला ऑब्जेक्टिव है, it also, financial planning also ensures that the funds are not raised unnecessarily. Means minimum wastage. It is keeping in mind that not a single penny should go waste. We should not raise funds if they are not required. If they are not required, then there is no need of raising the funds. Is it clear, my dear students? Is it clear? You can raise your hands if it is clear. Financial planning, difference between financial planning and financial management. Also we discussed dividend decision today. Now only 3 topics are left in this chapter. It is a very, very important chapter. 7 to 8 marks for board exam. 2 क्वेश्चन इसमें से आएंगे बेटा. एक तो ये जो हमने अभी पढ़ लिया टॉपिक अबाउट डिसीजंस, और एक जो अब हम पढ़ने वाले हैं आगे. 3 रह गए इसमें भी, कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर और कैपिटल बजटिंग डिसीजन, फिक्स्ड कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट डिसीजन, वर्किंग कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट डिसीजंस. Factors affecting working capital requirement, factors affecting fixed capital requirement, factors affecting capital structure of the business enterprise. एक और टॉपिक है इसमें, फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज और ट्रेडिंग ऑन इक्विटी. टोटल 4 टॉपिक्स अगली 2 क्लास में. इन द नेक्स्ट 2 classes we would be able to finish the chapter. After that, if you need any help, then you can ask. I will send you the PDF of this chapter. I have a different book. As I have been sending you the PDF of all the chapters, I will send you the PDF of that. Then I will send you the assignment in which small questions are there. So you can go through, make notes, prepare those, solve those assignments, and see that you do these chapters very well. The 3 chapters, ये वाला, इसके आगे, और फिर एक मार्केटिंग चैप्टर भी है वो. इसमें 4 चैप्टर है, you know very well, and these are very, very important chapters. आपने प्रोजेक्ट भी इन्हीं चैप्टर्स से बनाना है. So जितनी अच्छी तरह ये चैप्टर्स आप समझेंगे, करेंगे, The project making will also be easy, and examiner will ask you so many questions related to the project, related to these chapters. So be serious, sincere, and join your classes regularly. Those who are not joining, again and again, I am telling it on the record, they will be paid according to their attendance in the class, according to their seriousness about studies. You all have done very poorly in the examinations. You have done very, very poorly. Many of you, I am very, very disappointed, because you have a good caliber, you have a good mind, but you are not using it for yourself. You are misusing it, you are wasting it for the sake of others. Many of the students, I have told them personally, when I tell you something personally, you should understand that it is because I care for you. It is because I want you to come up. It is because I want the students, those who really can do, should do, and give their more than 100%. I am always available. As I told you, I have been telling you, you can call, you can message, even you can come to me personally and ask your problems. Daytime, I am available for you. But because you are not interested, so you do not do it. It's your loss, it's not my loss. Many of you, the concepts are not clear. You are only cramming the questions. That is why in exam, you will never be able to score more than 60% at any cost. और जैसे जैसे सिलेबस बढ़ता जाएगा, you will have more things to cram, which is not possible for you. अभी भी टाइम है, 3 months, 4 months. If you can take right guidance, if you can really clear your concepts well, then only you can think of more than 70%. वरना आपके 60% भी क्रॉस नहीं होंगे. I am telling this thing in general, because आपके concepts बिल्कुल clear नहीं है. You are cramming the things. I don't know. You are not doing enough questions per chapter. Many students I asked, how many questions have you done? They are telling, sir, 10 questions, 15 questions. Sir, I have done 20 questions of this chapter. ऐसा कोई भी चैप्टर नहीं है जिसके लिए आप 50 से कम क्वेश्चन करें और वो चैप्टर आपको आ जाए. 55 is the minimum requirement for any chapter. Minimum. इससे जितने ज्यादा क्वेश्चन आप करेंगे, तभी आपको जो है कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होगा. ऐसे बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स हैं, बहुत सारे केसेस हैं जो अभी तक आपने पढ़े भी नहीं है. And you have to do it. When you face any problem, then it is your responsibility to ask. So there is time still, some time is there, some time for those who want to cover up and those who want to do it. Please do it. Tomorrow we will start debentures in account, and we will do it quickly because it is largely dependent on shares. Shares अगर आपने सही से पढ़ा है तो issue of debentures is same as issue of shares. Then second chapter is redemption of debenture. That will be done in 3 or 4 classes. By 20th of this month, I will start the third book. Or 24th or 5th से I will start the third book, last book. और syllabus आपका खत्म हो जाएगा. Then you have to revise. Then you have to be ready for the practicals. You have to be ready for the pre-boards. So be serious. Otherwise, many of you might not pass. Revise the chapter, prepare the notes, and come back tomorrow. Thank you. God bless all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.